So one of these roads on the right will be a through road, and I can then get back out onto the main carriageway, where hopefully we can pick up a little speed. Not much other than 0 or 1 in terms of number of hazards that I can comment on here. Not really worth moving forwards now that the Toyota Prius car in front has moved forwards only about a metre. I can still just see their tyres over the lip of the top surface of my dashboard, my instrument cluster. Now I can move forwards, checking that it is safe. Maybe the next road on the right that goes through, just trying to read it. It certainly doesn't have those 3 little words underneath saying cul-de-sac. It says something or other drive, so I could risk it. Don't want to go over this hatched area yet, not because it would be wrong to use the hatching. It is okay to use that area, but because there is a reserved space for people coming towards me to turn into the road that's on the left. So if there's any traffic approaching from in front, they may give a late signal and move into that space, and I don't want to meet them head on as I'm about to go right into Portchester Drive on the right, Melbourne Avenue on the left. 20-mile-an-hour speed limit for Melbourne on the left. That's probably residential, whereas Portchester doesn't seem to have a lower speed limit, so I suspect that's a through road. But the word drive often means it's not a through road. Let's see where it goes. Doesn't look particularly promising. It's probably at the mini roundabout where I can get all the way through. Anyway, I'm in the reserved space now. The van has given a hand gesture. I'm going to go slowly enough to check there's no bicycle on the left. And now I can move into Portchester Drive. As a drive, maybe it continues in some sort of a loop or a curve and joins back onto the same road. Let's continue slow until this one hazard, the white BMW that's turning around, has decided whether it's coming towards me or going the other way. It's going the other way. Checking, even if I've got that one car moving around in front, that there's nothing else starting to move. And looking deep into the road, there's one guy in a grey hooded top, maybe on a bicycle, not very moving at the moment. Glancing around, yeah, the bicyclist is stationary. Looks like they might have some food on their back. Reversing signal from this car coming out of the drive, so I check behind, I slow down more, I pause so that they can work out what I'm doing. I'm not going to flash my lights, I'm not going to gesture with my hand. I'm just going to wait here with my brake signal on, not forgetting about the bicycle, who is still stationary, looking at his phone on the bike, working out where he's delivering his food to. Car turning into this road, going to give that plenty of space, and the one coming towards me. Now I have to move forwards, otherwise the new car, which is a taxi, can't get past my rear end. I have to be conscious of how much space there is on my left, on my right. Once again, down to 0 hazards. Parking brake on, because I've got 2 cars in front, maybe 3 cars in front. First one is a white one taxi. It was that Prius I was following. Then we've got a white BMW, the one that was turning around, also turning right, but without a signal. Don't know whether the dark blue car in front is going right or going left. Probably going right. They would have started turning to the left at this point, I think. So I'm going to put on my right signal to make it clear to pedestrians as well as other cars where I'm trying to get to. Secure the car, relax my foot. If I am going to be stuck in traffic and the journey's going to be quite long, it is going to get tiring. My concentration is going to start to reduce, so I don't want my body getting tired and tired muscles stopping my brain from being alert to what's going on. So checking to the right, no traffic coming, so I'm going to go out halfway. White BMW is leaving a gap, so I continue to move. Say thank you to them. Go in behind the Mustang GT. nice looking car. Don't know if it is as old as its number plate. 54 means registered in 2004. Can't remember when they started selling Mustangs into this country. Probably after that, I think. I think they've been around for about 10 years now. Not many people go for the 5-litre GT. I think most people go for the smaller engine 2.3, which still makes a very pleasant sound. Doesn't drink as much fuel, still performs pretty well. And I've put my parking brake on. Probably only about 1 in 10 drivers would put the parking brake on in a traffic queue like this. It does make it more tiring for any driver really who's sitting at roughly the same eye level, because you've got all that red light coming at you. You can't see what's going on in front, so you can't plan as effectively, and it makes it more tiring. And tired eyes take longer to adjust, so that you can then understand what you're seeing and make a decision about whether you can go or not. It certainly makes it hard to see pedestrians in darker clothing or bicycles who won't have put any lights on yet, because as far as they're concerned there's plenty of light for them to see. But when you're sitting inside a car, you've got all sorts of things blocking the amount of light coming in, and you're sitting behind tinted glass, which also makes it harder to interpret. So if you're looking through a letterbox at a bright light, you're not really going to see things that are to the sides, especially if those things are dark. So just one hazard ahead, and that is the brake signals on the Mustang. We've got through the junction. We're going to be going on the A34, so I've stayed in this lane because we definitely want to take the next road left. I could relax my foot. I could move the other one around as well. That actually encourages the blood to move around, which keeps my brain a bit more active. Could also put the radio on to keep my brain active, but not in a way that distracts me from noticing other people's behaviour. So I'm conscious here, people may want to change lanes. That white taxi's got a left signal on. We'll see if it moves. No, its silver wheel isn't moving. The signal's gone off now. And I'm going to go left, which is good because this lane can only go left. Cross lane starting on the left. Still got the same speed limit because I've not seen any speed signs as I approach that junction. Important to look for them before you start turning. I'm up to the speed limit, they're over the speed limit. Now I've got a big 40 sign, so now the speed limit goes up. Checking the door mirrors, nobody's overtaking, so it's safe to increase the speed. I've increased it a little bit too much, I'm at 42. I've eased off, I'm now at 40. Got a repeater sign, more information on the road surface. This lane's actually signposted for smaller places, but I can now see it does go straight ahead as well as peeling off to the left. This is a scissors crossing where traffic could come in from the left wanting to join the traffic queues. I could move out into the other lane. That would get me away from people that may be trying to join this lane, including people like the silver car over there and all the ones behind it. I haven't really got enough of a gap on the right hand side in the lane to the right of me against the barrier to move across now, so I'm just going to keep aware of what's around. They've got the second half of the scissors to use to join this lane anyway if they do want to come over here, like the white van for example. So we've actually got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lanes here at the moment. Lane number 1 is a bus lane starting over there. So at the moment, just one hazard, the obstruction in front, but it could develop into 2 or 3 depending on if cars either side want to change lanes. They're all dark coloured cars at the moment. I can see about 6, and they're either black or very dark grey or dark blue. In fact, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are black, and there's one dark blue and one dark grey, and then another dark grey. And it is harder to detect whether they're moving or not, or how fast they're moving when they're dark colours. So just one hazard at the moment, the one directly in front. As I say, it could turn into two if we get people merging. I know this road, I know there will be another scissors crossing soon, so I'm considering moving across one lane to the right. I've got my little finger hooked underneath the control for the direction signal. I'm monitoring what's happening in my left door mirror, as well as that black car over there. I think I will declare my intention. Got a police van coming up on the right hand side. They might respond to my signal. They seem to be slowing a little bit. They've noticed my wheel turn. I'll put my window down and say thank you. Put my window up, cancel my signal. Just keeps the maximum number of people flowing for the maximum amount of time. The worst thing that can happen, even when traffic is really dense, is that somebody comes to a stop, because then it always takes more looking, thinking, deciding by everybody whether it's safe to go again, and there's more mechanical things to do in the car, like moving your foot to a different pedal or taking off a parking brake. So it's always better to keep moving smoothly if you can. So I'm going to end the recording because there really isn't much chance of there being more than one, or maybe the slimmest chance of two hazards occurring at the same time. And at the next junction we're only going to lose traffic from this road into the road on the left. So I'll end this recording for the time being.